Good night, YouTube. How are you going? It's me, David, from the channel We Like Me with David. I'm sure by now all you're watching, right? Because I see plenty of subscribers, so it means I'm doing good. So today is what? Today is Friday evening. And, well, boy, this topic I want to talk about is something real. Is real. How to explain this for you, boy? This topic real. It's different. Now, plenty of you like these kind of things, so, and plenty of you don't believe in it. Now, plenty of you believe in it, right? So, let me start the topic. So, we're going to talk about spiritual things as be around here, and things that people as do here and you don't know about it. Well, I going to tell you a few things. I going to bust the fires, right? So you don't need to go by somebody to tell you. I going to tell you, right? Make sure and subscribe to my channel, right? We Like Me with David, because I have plenty to tell you, right? Right. First thing first, let me give you the history about these things. How I get to know, right? So, my grandmother, she lived till she was about, I think it was 80 something to 90 years. Right? So she lived long. During she time, at that time she didn't have current and water and all these things. Real bush days we talking about, right? And all these things that she knew, she passed on to my mother, and she passed on, well then my mother passed on to me. So now I going to share it with you. Things you didn't know, you're going to learn a few things, right? So let me start the topic. Right. This one is the first one I want to start with. This one real. How to describe this, boy? This is something that people do believe, but it has happened. So you have a home, or let me just say you have an argument with somebody, or you have a bacchanal with somebody and thing, and after about 2-3 days, your body started hot, your head started hot, your foot started hot, you started feel cold, right? Or sometime after, it ought to be 4 or 5 days, but after a week could be 2 weeks, right? But you see your head and your foot and your body, your whole entire body started hot here, you start to feel cold and you start to feel shiver and everything, and you're wondering what happened there. Now some people go say it was the flu. Could be. Or it could be this. When somebody have a bacchanal with you and they do like you, let me tell you what they does do. They does get your name, your full name. So let me say my name is, we just drawing a reference, right? Let me say my home name is John. But my full name is let me just say the, alright. My home name is John, my full name is David Ali. We just drawing that reference, right? They will go and find out your full name. And here what they just do, right? They just get a brown piece of paper. Right? Now this is true thing, eh? If you feel alive, if you have somebody all in the house and they all and they know about these things, you can ask them. They just get a brown piece of paper. They just write the person name in block letters using a black ink pen. They just take this brown paper, burn your name. Listen to what I say now, this is true thing. They just write your original name. So you mean if your name is, as I say, David Ali, but your home name is John, they find out your original name. They will write your name in a brown piece of paper with a black pen. They will burn your name. And when they done burn that name and they burn out that piece of paper, they will write it again, but they will write it in a red ink paper. A red ink pen. They will write your name back on another piece of paper with a red ink pen. Right? And they will take it, and you see the sole in the shoe, they will put it to the bottom of the sole in the shoe, and they will walk on it. That is what it is called. That there's called this. You want to make somebody, how as my grandmother used to say, make them feel pain. Let me tell you now. Now I was wondering how, why, and they use black and then they use red. Red means blood in voodoo. Well, not to say voodoo, but to get rid of somebody. Black means evil. Right? Now some people will disagree, Some people will agree. Some people go believe and some people will not believe. But you can leave there any comment, and I'm just telling you what I know from my past experience. And as a person who had into 40s, right? My mother had into she 70s. And my grandmother, well, she died, so she'd be like 110 or something. I know 100 and... She was 90 when she died, so I'll be about 110, right? When we get to know about these things. Right. So black ink pen, when you write it on the brown paper and you burn it. Now when they write it and they burn it, they burn your proper name, they say a prayers along with it. Right? I'm not going to tell you the prayers on this episode. Maybe if you subscribe and you set a like, I'll tell you that prayers. But I know it, and it's not no lie. And people who just do these things, they're supposed to know it too. And they may not tell it, they might want money for it. But that is what it does do. So I telling you on YouTube, on my channel. Right? So, as I was saying, the black ink pen is for like death, right? Like for your spirit, or it's just to hurt you then, hurt you. Let me use that hurt, right? And red ink pen is for you to get blood. So you mean your nose go bleed, your body go ache, you get pain, right? So that is what they just do to give it that part. Now people go say you're sick and you're going, you have to go by the pundit and the priest or wherever it is, but this is what they do. Let me tell you how to get rid of it. Follow me right now. I am no voodoo man, but as I tell you, we learn these things growing up. We never had current and water and all these things in we time. So in them time, we grandmother by them she pung in butter, you know, to get all the salt out of the butter. She used to tell we these things. So that is how we get to learn, right? We had current when we was maybe nearly about 15, 16 years. Right? And I had into my 40, as I say. So think about it. It's a long time, right? So when we didn't have no current at that time, she used to give me the story. Now, as I say, mother tells she passed on to my mother, and all of we was the same young lineman. So, I mean, come on, back in them days, they didn't have nothing to do. So, let me get on with the story. Right? Right. So, that is what that's happened to you when they do that. Now, listen to me. As I'm telling you again, just for one more time, where you can reel back the video and just check it out, right? Black ink pen is for like death or evil. In the voodoo world, In the voodoo world. I ain't saying that you have a black ink pen is voodoo, right? Come on. Voodoo world. Or spiritual world, or wherever you want to call it. Right? But in the spiritual world, right? And red ink pen is for blood. So there's write it and burn it. That is the start right? And then the red ink pen, when they walk, there's write your name, put it in the sole in the shoe, and they will walk on top of you. So it means that they always try to keep you down. Right? Now to get rid of it and to find out the person, here what you need to do. You just take some white rice. Listen what I'm telling you, right? You just put a pepper in the middle of the white rice. You put it in a clean glass. Now it might sound weird or funny here, but this is true thing I'm telling you, right? You're taking some white rice, you put it in a clean clear glass. You put in a pepper in the middle of that. In the middle of that white glass, right? And you're throwing some water. If the pepper float, it have nothing but in here. If the pepper sink, somebody doing you something. You can try it home and you can believe me or not. Right? Just something I'm teaching you. I know they teach me that and I just passed on. Now for me, it kinda maybe believe, maybe not. But come on, if somebody doing it, you won't want to take at least take a try. So as I say, you're taking a clean white glass, clear glass, you put in white rice, wrong it. At least a 3/4, you must leave some space, and you're filling it with water. You put in a pepper, and you have to leave the pepper for 24 hours. If the pepper sink, now if you put pepper in water, it go float. If that pepper sink, somebody doing you bad. If the pepper float after that 24 hours, you have to do it 6 o'clock in the evening And 6 o'clock when you reach it, 24 hours, you check it. Listen to me first, listen to me. After 24 hours, if the pepper never float, you're taking out the pepper and the rice, if the rice inside the glass get black, somebody doing you a spiritual kind of evil thing against you. The pepper is to find out if somebody doing you something. The pepper will sink. If the rice get black, after that 24 hours, you take off the pepper. So you're leaving the pepper, if the pepper float, after the 24 hours, you take out that pepper, and then you're leaving this rice now for 24 hours again in the water. Now, if you leave rice 24 to 48 hours in the water, it'll never get black, right? Because the water will just get white. Right? So, remember what I tell you, right? If that rice water get black, somebody doing an evil thing. And if you take out the pepper, after 24 hours and never sink, nobody end like walking on top of you. Right? So, I'm teaching you something. No, you could believe or you don't want to believe. It is up to you. Right? I just putting it out for you. I don't know voodoo man or nothing like that. I just giving you stories that I learned and I just passing it on to you. Now YouTube is about everything. A lot of things you can learn. So I teach you something. It's up to you if you want to follow. Now don't call me no voodoo man. It's not that. I just teaching you what I know. Right? So we talk about that evil thing with human and whatever it is. Let me talk about something walking or living on a tree. Now plenty people has had this around the house. It's something called long foot. Right? Long foot is something that's walk on your roof, sweep on your roof, or shake the tree. Right? They just call it long foot. Let me give you the story of it. Every year people just have a deed to do, a deed or whatever they just call it, right? Every year people just do it. Some people just sacrifice animal. Some people just put biscuit and cigarette and all these kind of thing, right? It have different things to do. Different religion, different things. Fine. Long foot is something that is be living in your yard. They say, well, my grandmother used to tell me that is protect your property or your place or your house. Right? If you do your deed for the year and it's still happening, your yearly deed, right? People know about these things. Don't play like all they know all these blasted things. Right? By just helping you out. Right? If you do your deed for the year and in the night time, now these things doesn't come out 12 o'clock in the day, right? Or 1 o'clock in the day, right? They don't like light, there's be more in the night. Now you could believe it or not, it is up to you. As I say, I just passing your FoLkLORE tales, that I learned. I just passing it on, and I'm not talking to you, so if you want to listen, you can listen. Right? But it's something that just to consider it, right? Take into consideration. Right, long foot is something that sweep in your house in the night, it just jump on top of your roof, or it just shake your tree. Shake trees around your house. You'll see no breeze, ain't blowing, but there's tree moving. That is long foot. They just call it long foot. Let me tell you the reason why. People long time ago used to do evil thing in yards, like all kind of weird thing, and you know what I mean, right? All kind of thing that some people long time these people that believe in a lot of things. Not the modern days people into different things, but long time these people, they believe in a lot of things and they used to do other people a lot of things. So long foot, that is how people used to do things and cast spell and all these things for other people and things. Now it have people does do it. Don't get me wrong. It have people who know about it, they will take money for it and they won't teach it. Or they won't tell you, just make money off it. It's a money making business, right? By teaching you for free and you're learning something from me. So you should subscribe to my channel, and when I'm ready I'll post up more and make sure I keep you informed about these things. Right? So let me go back to long foot now. Long foot, as I say, they sweep on top of your roof. It does walk on top of your roof and it does shake trees around your house. Right? As I say, you see breeze, no breeze and blowing, no wind, nothing like that, nothing and blowing, but you're seeing trees moving, you're seeing things moving. Sometimes you start up in your house and you hear a loud bang, bang, and you're wondering where is that? They just call that long foot. Long foot, as I say, people just do the D and thing, and they used to do evil thing for that. To get rid of long foot, you can't get rid of long foot, because it's something that people leave in the land. So let me say it had 10 owners in a land. Before that person, they didn't want to sell their land. You know, long time these people never used to do these things, right? Sell their land and thing, and they pass on to family, and then sometimes when the family do it, and so they leave a spell on your land, right? You can't get rid of long foot. Yeah, you can't get rid of it. So don't spend your money and asking people, well, here we're going on, I ain't things sweeping my house, and you can't get rid of it. But I can tell you what you can do. Long foot, it is feed long foot. Right? You have to feed long foot. You don't sacrifice blood. When people sacrifice blood, it will more blood, so it just take part of your family member. Yeah, you didn't know that, eh? Well, now you know something. This is a true story. Right? It does take part of your family member. Right? So, you know, people that sacrifice animals or... Now, I ain't telling you to do your thing, you know, partner. Or whoever, I never tell you that. I just tell you what this go on. Because you might do it, and then all of a sudden, one or two of your family member just gone. And you're wondering, what happened? And I'm doing all my thing the correct way. Right. Right. Long foot, there's what blood. Right? As my grandmother used to say, if you keep on feeding an animal, it will keep on coming back, right? So if you're feeding a dog constantly every day, it will keep on coming back. Right? So you have to know what to feed long foot. Yeah, you didn't know that one, eh? Yeah. Right. So if you decide to change your D or whatever it is do in your land, you have to change it. So you have to do two of these things in the same time. So you all find the first one wherever it is, right? I don't know wherever you just do, but everybody does do it. A lot of people just do this thing, right? You offer wherever it is at first, right? And when you done offer that, you let at least 12 hours pass, and you call it back and talk to it, and you tell them here what's going on. Wherever it is, and tell them you want to change the day of the land, and what the last person used to do, or my family member used to do, I, as a new owner of the land, would like to change it. And you stop offering blood, and you start to offer like food item, like food stuff that have nothing to do with blood. So it won't be taking no blood. Yeah, you didn't know that one, right? So you learned something there on this video. So that is two things so far you learn on this video, right? Yeah, that is what has happened. Now, I see this with my own eyes, and that is what we do. Well, not me, but my grandmother did. No, sorry, my mother did do, right? My grandmother, I tell me, when we, how to describe this, but they didn't like it. Alright then, let me just draw it. They didn't like it, the blood sacrificing. Right? They didn't like it that. So, my mother was more, like, you know, a kind of spiritual person, more, how to say, not more godly, not just, you know, she didn't want to do this thing again, and she wanted to do something better. Right? Now, it doesn't take your family member one time, eh? You have to how to say this, but you have to do it within that 12 hours. Alright, when this thing eat, it is expect the next year to come back out to eat. Right? But if it didn't get satisfied when you feed it, that is why you see a thing walking on your house, or you hear in your house somebody sweeping on top of your house in the night. Sometimes in the night in your house you hear something walking, but you don't see nothing, you have cameras on there and you can't see nothing. Yeah, that is what they call long foot. Right? It's a very mischievous spirit. Very mischievous. Right? Look at talking there and all my paws and my hand and things, right? It's a real kind of a freaky kind of thing. Kind of scary kind of thing, but if you believe, you can believe. If not, as I say, well, as I talking, all my paws and my hand reason, so something could be true, right? Or it could not, or it could be. It's up to you, right? So you have to talk it, right? Long foot is something that is cause plenty trouble around your place, especially when you see you do like let me say every year you're doing something in your land, or every 6 months. Some people do it 6, some people do it year. Sometimes some people do every 3 months. It have different things, right? But I just tell you could do it yearly, but you just need to change it. Right now, as I tell you, I'm not a spiritual person, and I'm not saying that people go say I lie, or anything. I just telling you what I know. This is my view, and this is what I know from my grandmother to me. So don't get me wrong. I just telling you what I learned. I know back in them days, them old people know real thing. And if you was like my grandmother and you live till 90 years, trust me, you pass through real years that thing. So you're gonna know thing, right? People just take money to take. No, everything is a money making business, eh? Money making business. They will never tell you what they're doing or how they're doing it. But this is how they just do it. And I telling you, right? You can change your D if you want to. They will tell you, you know what, here we're going next week we go do it. You're feeding something, and as soon as it, alright, let me just say something, right? If you eating some food, let's draw in a reference, and you eat now, and next 12 hours or 8 hours you have something to eat again, right? So if it's a spirit and living in your land or in your house or in your place, and you're taking good care of you, right? And you think you get hungry often, so when you feed it, you just talk to it, you just ask it anything. You never think about that, right? So I just telling you what I know, right? So maybe you could change your D from 1 year to 6 months. As I say, you could change your D by doing 2 different D within that same 1 day. That is why I put that 12 hours apart, because 12 and 12 is 24 hours. So it is 1 day. You have to do it, and you have to talk to it. Don't bring somebody outside to talk to your your spirit in your land. You need to talk to it. You live in there. If I live in, that's saying, right? If I live in Caroni and I gain somebody from San Fernando to come in my land in Caroni, I living in Caroni, not the person in San Fernando. So that spirit not commanding to the person in San Fernando. It's just be commanding to you. So maybe when that person from San Fernando come and feed it, that person had the rules over your land. So it's just something you have to understand these things, right? It is a very technical thing, but it is true. And if you never do a D in your land, you need to do one. It have 3 type of D you can do. It have the animal D. I don't know which animal you want to use, right? It have the vegetarian D, that is like roti and bhaji and pumpkin and all these things. And then it have the one with the cricks, the butter. Some people let's use coffee, some people let's use red sea drink, some people let's use milk. 3D it have. You just have to choose which one you want, and you just get somebody who understand how to do it, not them doing it. You have to do it, and you do it, and you will see how things will be better in your land, and you will be prospering, and well, not prospering, but things go, it will have nothing bothering you. You see, bad eye people, let's talk about bad eye people, let's talk about when your left eye jumping, something bad happening, when your right eye jumping, something good. Don't work so, right? It's just, you have to know what it is causing the problem, right? If your left eye jumping, it could be a nerve in your eye, come on. Yeah, I just saying that long time people say that, but it's not true. You have to know the real thing what going on out there. It have some people, they don't really want to see you, make you see your way, and they doesn't know where to do this, and some people just bother them what you're doing, and it's a technical thing, right? So that is 2 so far. I'll give you 1 more for tonight. I don't know if it's interesting to you, but it's something I'm teaching you. Right? So this one is a real topic here. Right, when you make a baby, listen to this one, right? When you make a baby and you see the nighttime, in the nighttime, from nighttime till morning time, you must not let your child cry. Right? Let me tell you. It has something, how to describe this one. Alright, let me tell you, right? Long time ago, they say it had a man, I don't know, I can't explain it properly, but I'll just draw a reference. It had a man who had a child. And he was walking through the brush and he ended up losing the child. Right? So he ended up by this tree. Right? And people say it's a picker tree, right? But I just drawing a reference. Nothing to do with no dwelling or larger blessing, all of that background. This is something totally different. He had a child and he ended up losing the child in the forest. Right? That is long ancient history. Right. He ended up losing the child in the forest. And when he lose the child in the forest, he went by this tree and he was talking by the tree. Now, I won't tell you the name of the tree on this one, but I'm just giving you a history, right? I will tell it, but let me see how this review was, and if people like it, and then what I had to say. Because I don't want to tell it too much and you believe a lie, and it causes a whole sort of bacchanal, and I go like to hear all the comments, right? I mean, I know a lot of things, eh? I mean, a lot of things I know about these things, eh? There's so much of things I know, eh? But as I say, I don't be into it, but there are people into it and they don't know. So I like to teach them about it. Right? I would like to teach them about it instead of going and spend their money, 1,500, 2,000, all of that. Nah, man. But they call me and give me some food and give me something to drink and I go do it for free for you. Yeah, serious thing. Because the amount of thing it have that I know. Yeah, I'm serious. I go do it for free for you. Just tell me where you were done and I will do it for free for you. But watch my video and tell me if you like it and you appreciate it, ask me questions. I go answer them for you for free. Me or nothing. I like to help people. Anyway, let me go back to this story. This is a very technical topic. So he was walking through the forest with the child and he lost the child in the forest. He going by this tree and he was crying. He was crying by the tree, crying by the tree. He won back the child. He won back the child. The child never come back to him. Right, watch it. If you like, look all my pause reason. Watch it. See? Watch. If you can see daddy. Yeah, serious. I never talk in these things and all my pauses are the reason. Anyway. He never get back the child. So he gets so angry. He gets so angry that he started chop the tree. Yeah, that was he started hit the tree up and chop the tree and then. But the tree that he was chopping was a tree that's take soul. Yeah, didn't know that tree that's take soul, eh? No, you know. Right, I'll tell you the name of the tree now, but I won't tell you it right now. The tree, that tree that's take soul. So it so happened, when he was chopping the tree started crying. Well, cry, not literally cry, but it started feel pain. And guess what happened? He keep chopping that tree and that tree started feel pain and guess what happened? One of the branch fall and hit him. And the tree take his soul. Right? Yeah. Serious thing. The tree take his soul. So you see, his soul, it has roam in the night looking for your child. So that's why you mustn't let your child cry in the night. Especially by yourself in a room. Yeah. Because when your child will be inside the room and will be laughing and then all of a sudden will start to cry. And you go wonder, but if you have a camera in you just take a view sometime in your thing and you see they playing all of a sudden they start to cry. Because that spirit choking your child. Yeah, seriously, look all my pause reason. It has come and choke your child. You know why? It wants your child. It wants your child so he can get back that child he lost. Yeah. I will tell you the name of that tree on the next video. Yeah, it's a similar tree everybody know. Yeah. Right? Now if you didn't know, now you know. So now you learn something there, right? So remember that. Never let your child cry in the night or remember themselves in the night. Check any of your cameras you have inside and you'll see that child playing, especially within around 10 o'clock till about 3 o'clock in the night, playing and then start to cry. It will be playing, and there's that angel playing with the angel. If you're playing with an angel, just saying right now, angel is a godly thing, so they say, right? How come your child start to cry all of a sudden? Because that spirit has been choking your child, and he can't talk to call you. Yeah, serious thing. No lie. Right? So, now for it not to come in your, wherever, if you have your room with your child and thing, they say the best thing to do, now people let's say you must hang, okay, just take away the smell from the ghost. But that is just make your child smell more stink. People let's say hang, right? And if you all the time people say when you make a baby, make sure and put hang on them. You just keep with the spirit and they never tell you what was the spirit. That is the spirit. So now you know something, right? That is the spirit. But hang, it don't really work. Because if you're watching your video and you hang around it, it's not going to really work. Trust me. And I could tell you the name of that tree that take that person's spirit. And everybody just have one. Yeah, a lot of people just have them in the yard. Yeah. So don't go cut down the tree, eh? But I'll tell you what you can do by the tree for that not to happen. But I will tell you that in my next video, right? I think I talk too much and the video get too long. Now it will be real nice if you watch the video and you leave a comment and you tell me if it's true or false, right? Now these things is just things that passed on to me a couple of years ago, about 20 years ago, and things that I learned and I always have in mind that I know. Now for these things that saying I must be doing all these things, I think no, not really. I don't really believe in it, eh? No, don't get me wrong, I ain't say believe that to say I will make money off it, eh? But there are certain things you need to do and certain things you just need you just don't need to do. Right? So remember this one with the child, what I tell you, this is a serious thing, eh? If you have a camera in your child room and you hear your child bawling in the night, check it back. You go see playing. You just come in, you just play with your child. So you go make your child trust. Your baby have a trust, right, like a mother. When a mother make a baby, right? And that baby, you can go with that baby, right? Just saying. Let me say you have 2 people, 3 people living in the house. And that baby will have a different reaction to the mother, because the reaction to the mother than to somebody else is totally different. So when that spirit come by the child, it is trying to gain that attraction from the child, creating the child, whoever the child love plenty or whoever memory it have in the brain, creating that. So the child will think he actually, you see, watch. The child actually playing with the mother or maybe the father, whoever or the sister or the brother. So he gain the trust and then the spirit they start to choke them. And that is when they start to bawl and start to cry. It's a true thing. Right? So if you feel a lie and you have a baby home, think about it, try it and see for yourself. You go see for yourself. You go play in the night, playing nice and waggling your hand and your foot and if it's a girl or whatever playing. And all of a sudden that child goes to the ball or start to cry. And you wonder, but in the camera it playing good and all of a sudden, yeah, that is what is happening. So that spirit has gained that attraction and try to take your child. Now take your child means that it's trying to choke them. Now if a mother hear your child bawling, they just get up immediately because that is something that have a connection with the child. So it doesn't get enough time within that time to get your child's spirit out. And then you see a child reaction will be totally different, crying plenty and you know, like you have a child with, when I said your child was just yesterday he was happy until he only crying and he crying. You're carrying him by doctor and you're wondering what happened to him. That is what happened to him. That spirit, he gained that trust on that spirit, right? And he thought that that was the mother. So every time he see the mother, he goes to cry because, or the father, whoever it is, because the reaction that spirit give, he go think that is not the mother. Until he, or the girl, or the child, wherever it is, after a day or 2, get back that feeling back to the mother. And then the same process continuously happen. Think about it and tell me. Leave some comments. I would like to know about it because it is true stories, eh? Just people let's take money for these things and I don't tell you where it is. I'm giving you it for free. You could believe it or not. But think about it, right? As I say, don't keep them away. Right? Don't keep them away. Think about it. Just think about it, right? So it's something if you it's real difficult kind of topic to deal with, but I'm dealing with it. Right? I have plenty things that I'm starting to share on the video because I don't see it on YouTube and nobody do know about it and people spend a lot of money for nonsense. Right? So I teaching you how to do these things. And it's free. It's free. It's free. All you need to do is subscribe to my channel and leave me a little comment and I giving you things free. So if nobody never, now that real people they know about these things, because the children never know and parents never teach them, but I know. Trust me. I know. Plenty. Right? And even though, and like seeing things in your house and thing too, yeah. Now I don't know voodoo man, I don't get wax. Don't get wax. I just know plenty things, right? I just know how things is, what it is do and how to get rid of it. Right? So I helping you out. I helping you. So as I say, well, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoy it. It's a real kind of long video, but it's something you might be interested in. So thanks again, and remember subscribe to my channel. We like with David. Leave me some comments on the topic. Yeah, we go discuss it, no problem. And I go post up a next one like this. So we do 3 so far today, right? I have a lot. A lot of them I'll teach you, right? It have things like how to smoke out your house. Now the things they just tell you, that other ways to smoke your house out. It have like money, how to get money. Yeah, that things people just wonder how to get money, how it does do, where it does do, why it doesn't get money, why my money does be spent on, what I doing wrong, how come today I make $5,000 and tomorrow it just done. I have addiction and I don't know, all kind of, but it's all kind of thing out there, boy, real thing out there. And watch when people start to see you start to see your way and thing, they just find ways to destroy you. Now, spiritual thing is a very important thing, eh? You just have to know who you, well, people, let's go by the certain people and they call this one voodoo man and that one voodoo woman, and it's a money making business. But as I say, little things I know, I will teach you, and I'm glad to teach you, right? And I'm just follow what I tell you, listen to what I tell you. It can be constructive or it do bomb to do. It don't have to be constructive. But watch the video. Don't click it through and you're running through it and you just say, nah, that ain't making no sense. If you sit down and you watch the video and you understand what I'm telling you, think about it into consideration and then you will know, right? So don't snipe through the video. If you don't watch something, or if you don't read a book, you know the ending. So watch the video and learn something from the video. People just put up things on YouTube for you to learn something, to put it for entertainment. Something to put it for just reaction. I teaching you something. So you should watch the video and learn something because it's going to help you. Right? As I say, I don't hide nothing. I like to teach people a lot of things. And if you're willing to learn, watch the video. So right, so as I say again, thanks again for watching Real Life with David. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you're checking out my rest of my videos that I have. But this video will be very important to you in your life, and thanks for watching it, and I hope it helped you a lot, right? So I will see you on the next one. I'll go on there, right? Have a wonderful evening. Think about what I tell you. Okay? We out.